I know exactly how you feel. You walk out of that store, standing in the parking lot with a heavy bag of groceries, and for a split second, you look at your bank account and feel that familiar sharp sting of regret. It is that quiet, suffocating realization that you have done it again. You spent 50, maybe $100 more than you planned. You walked in for eggs and milk, and you walked out with 3 different types of artisan cheese, a bag of gourmet coffee, and a candle you didn't even want. You feel weak. You feel like you have no self-control. But I need you to listen to me. Put that guilt down. You aren't weak. You are being hunted. And the most terrifying part is that you never even saw the trap. I spent years of my life working in retail marketing. I was the guy on the other side of the glass. I was part of the machine that designed these environments. I know the science, I know the psychology, and I know exactly how we used to look at people like you. Not as customers, but as variables in an equation to be solved. And the truth is, the moment you step through those sliding glass doors, you're no longer an independent human being exercising free will. You are a biological organism entering a highly controlled, high-tech psychological killing field. Think about the last time you walked into a store. What did you see first? Most people say they look at the shelves or the bright signs, but they're wrong. They don't remember what they looked at because they weren't looking at anything at all. You were walking through what we call the decompression zone. It is that first 10 feet of the store, the buffer strip. It is intentionally left open, clear, and quiet. We designed it that way because we knew that your brain was still shifting gears from the outside world. You are sensory blind in that zone. You aren't ready to buy yet. If we put the expensive stuff there, you'd walk right past it like a ghost. So we give you those 10 feet to let your guard down. We let you slow your pace, let you stop worrying about the traffic outside, and let your brain tune into our frequency. It is the moment you feel safe that you are actually most in danger. Once you cross that invisible line, that is where the architecture of the store takes over your nervous system. There is a rule we followed, an ancient unspoken law of retail geometry. It's called the invariant right. Almost every store, every supermarket, every pharmacy is designed to funnel you toward the right. Do you know why? It's not just about floor space, it's biological. In the United States, you grow up driving on the right side of the road. Your brain is hardwired from thousands of hours behind a wheel to keep your body, your eyes, and your attention anchored to the right. When you walk into a store, that habit doesn't just turn off. You carry that autopilot setting right into the aisle. You turn right because your subconscious brain is screaming at you that it is the most comfortable, the most practiced path. And that's exactly where we put the power wall. The power wall is the most valuable real estate on the planet. It is that first wall you hit when you make that right turn. We fill it with high-impact, high-margin, visually stimulating luxury items. We want you to see the premium brands, the organic produce, the high-status goods before you've even looked at your shopping list. It sets the tone for your entire trip. It makes you feel like you deserve the best. And because your energy is fresh, your willpower is at its absolute peak when you walk in, you are most susceptible to those emotional, aspirational purchases right there at the start. But it gets worse. It's not just about where you walk, it's about how you move your eyes. We know that most of you read from left to right. Your eyes naturally scan the shelves in that same pattern. They start on the left and they settle on the right. And where do they settle? Right in the sweet spot for your dominant hand. We call it eye level, buy level. We put the expensive, high-profit margin items right there, exactly where your eyes naturally land, exactly where your hand can effortlessly reach out and grab them without you having to bend down or think twice. It's effortless, it's smooth, it's designed to be the path of least resistance. And if you want to save money, if you want to find the budget brands, the store label items that don't generate massive profits for us, we hide them. We put them on the bottom shelves, where you physically have to bend over. We put them on the far left side, where your eyes don't naturally go. We make saving money a physical inconvenience. We make overspending feel as natural as breathing. I remember standing in the control room of a massive retail chain, looking at the heat maps of customers moving through the store. We could see it happening in real time. We saw how the anchoring effect worked with surgical precision. We would put a $500 espresso machine on the right-hand side. You didn't buy it. You didn't even want it, but you walked past it and your brain locked that $500 in as a benchmark for what things cost in that store. Then, 20 feet later, you saw a $60 coffee maker. Compared to the $500 Anchor, the $60 machine looked like a bargain. You felt that rush of dopamine. You felt like you had gamed the system. But the truth is, you weren't gaming anything. You were just following the script we wrote for you. You never intended to spend $60 on a coffee maker when you walked through those doors, but you felt like you won, so you dropped it in your cart with a smile. And then comes the final act of the play, decision fatigue. We know that as you walk through those aisles, making dozens of tiny choices, brand A or brand B, this size or that size, your willpower is being chipped away at. It's like a battery slowly losing its charge. By the time you reach the back of the store, toward the end of your trip, you're exhausted. You're in survival mode. That's why the essentials, the milk, the eggs, the bread, are always located in the deepest, most inconvenient corners of the store. We make you walk through the entire minefield of psychological triggers just to get to the things you actually need. And by the time you reach them, your willpower is gone. You're tired, you're hungry, you're done. You are so much more likely to just grab whatever's in front of you, skip the comparison shopping, and just pay the price. I've seen people cry in those stores. I've seen them look at their cart with a mix of shame and confusion, wondering how they ended up with $300 of stuff when they came for a gallon of milk. I used to think it was just business. I used to think that's just how the world works. But after a while, you start to realize the cost of all this. It isn't just money. It's the erosion of your autonomy. It's the feeling that you're constantly being nudged, poked, and prodded into decisions that don't actually serve you. But you don't have to be a victim. You can stop being the pawn in this game. The moment you understand the architecture, you strip it of its power. The next time you walk into a store, I want you to change the ritual. Don't look at the shelves. Don't look at the colorful displays. Look down at your feet. Remind yourself that you are walking into a trap. And then do the one thing we never wanted you to do. Pause. Stop in the middle of the aisle. Force yourself to look at the bottom shelves. Force yourself to look at the left side of the display. Don't be afraid to bend down. It feels awkward, right? It feels like you're doing something wrong. That feeling, that's the sound of you breaking the programming. Carry a list. Not just a list of items, but a list of values. Write down exactly what you are willing to spend before you walk in, and keep that list in your hand like a shield. When you feel that temptation to grab something that wasn't on the list, stop. Ask yourself, is this my decision, or is this the layout talking to me? Is this my hunger, or is this the sensory engineering of the store? You're going to feel a strange sensation the first time you do this. You're going to feel like a rebel. And you are. You're taking your attention back. You're taking your money back. And more importantly, you're taking your agency back. You don't have to be the person who walks out of the store feeling drained and cheated. You can be the person who walks in with a purpose, navigates the chaos with your eyes wide open, and walks out with exactly what you need and not a penny more. The store is designed to make you feel like you're losing if you don't buy. But the truth is, the only way to win is to decide that you don't need to play by their rules anymore. So take your time, breathe, keep your eyes on your list, not on their power walls. You have the power to choose. You always did. They just worked very, very hard to make you forget it. Take that power back today, because your money, your focus, and your freedom are worth so much more than what's on those shelves. And the next time you walk through those doors, just remember, you are not there to be a variable. You are there to be the one in control. Walk through with your eyes open. Turn your own way and realize that the trap only works if you're willing to walk into it. You don't have to walk in anymore. You can just look at the floor, take a deep breath, and walk your own path. It's your life. It's your money. Keep it that way.